Alright, happy Halloween. Yes, it's Halloween, October 31st, and we're getting all set up here to make some beer. Here's the ingredients. First, I have some Pilsen Light. It's a liquid malt, 3-pound container. And then I have some dry extra Barista Golden Light, 1-pound package, and another one, and third one, this is Pilsen Light, camera here. So altogether I have 6 pounds of malt. Here's my hops. One's at the beginning of the boil and the other one's at the end of the boil. My yeast, my core boy, the blow-off hose. Here I have my sanitizer, my sanitizing bucket, our pot that we're going to boil the whole wort up in. All ingredients here. Takes about at least 2 weeks, maybe 3, to do a batch of beer before you can consume it. And I want to have all this ready for Thanksgiving. So, I gotta do it right at the beginning of the month or for Halloween. Alright, fill this pot up, some water, cold water that is. Okay, I got about 2 gallons of fresh water. Put it on high. Put a lid on it. I'll get it boiling a little bit quicker. Core boy, it needs to go in the bathtub before it gets sanitized here. One of these first, kind of chunky. I'm going to have to dissolve it a little slower. Package. They're dissolving. Start this back up again. This stuff is going to pour around like powdered sugar. Stuff is thick, sticky, make a big mess with it. Alright, now I'm going to start pouring this in. And it's heavy, so it goes right to the bottom. You gotta constantly stir it, or you can burn it real easy. And it goes in like taffy. Camera over a little closer. So this is the beginning of the wort, as they call it, before it becomes beer. Gotta get it up to a boil very carefully and not let it boil over. That makes a big mess. Sticky stuff all over. Just want to get it at a rolling boil. I'm going to bring it up a little bit more. It's looking pretty good. So we'll keep an eye on it. Let it go for about another 48 minutes. And then we'll add our finished hops right here. They go for the last 10 minutes. Okay, the 50 minutes are over. I'll reset. 10 minutes. Start that. Put our finishing hops in now for the last 10 minutes of boil. Stir it, make sure it don't boil over. I don't think it will. We're at a good boil, rolling boil. We've got 10 minutes on the timer to go. That nice green haze, the hops on top. Keep stirring them in. Entering the most critical phase here, and that's when the timer goes off. I have to shut the stove down, put the lid on, and then take this over to the sink, put it in cold water, and try to cool this down ASAP. Try to cool it down in the next probably 15-20 minutes so I can dump it into my carboy, but it has to be, it can't be boiling hot when you put it in. You gotta get it down to about room temperature. And that's the part where it can easily be contaminated. So you have to be really super careful and clean from this point on. Okay, 10 minutes are done. Boil it off. Stick this right in the cold water. Some more until we want to float. Okay, it's barely floating. Now just gotta let this cool down. I'll probably have to add more cold water here pretty soon. Okay, I'm getting my sanitizers filled up. Got the carboy filled. I'm going to let it sit there and just, it'll be sanitized when I'm ready. I'll just dump it out, rinse it, and it'll be good to go. I'll probably have it, wait till the time comes. This, I'm just going to have my tunnels, picture, everything I'll be using in here, sanitizing. Plus I'll be dipping my hands in that and keeping them clean too. This is going to be my blow-off hose, so I'm going to get that in here right now. Good. Keep that in there. Let everything sanitize here. Alright, get this dumped out now. Pretty heavy. Quick wrench on this. Try to store that in there. Swish water around a little bit. Alright, got that. Got a fresh, clean little sandwich baggie. Stick it over the top. Just keep all that clean. Enough on it. Take one straw. Keeping everything as clean as possible. Keep my rinsing hose and my sanitizer here. Taking this and okay, I just added 1 gallon of water to my carboy. Now I'm going to go get the wort and add it to it. Get a shot of it. I'm going to pour this in. It's cooled down a little bit hotter than room temperature. What's left is just the boiled out hops. It's going to throw away. You want to make sure this gets rinsed out and thrown in the trash. Don't dump it outside, as it's very toxic for animals to eat. There's a warning label on it. It says it can kill your dog if it eats this stuff, so you want to be careful, dispose of it properly. Okay, so get this out of here. This is going to need some more water added to it. Feel it? Yeah. And one more water. Some more water. Okay, stir this all up, get it oxygenated here before I put my yeast in it. Added more water to it and topped it off. Cut my yeast open. Now that's still wort. I'm pitching my yeast, sprinkling it on top. I don't stir it in or nothing, I just let it all sit right on top. Okay, it now has become officially beer. It has to ferment. It's going to do that for about 10 days. Set this in here. I have the beer in here now. The hose comes up into my sanitized vapor barrier here. This is going to keep everything sealed for 10 days, and this is going to ferment. I'll show you here in a couple days here. I'll see it bubbling. And then part 2 will be kegging all this beer. There's the second part of this process. But now we're done. Let it time out. Okay, it's really going off here now. I've had to empty this twice. It's overflowed. So it's pushing a lot of this foam up through the hose and down into my sanitizing solution. And this is about 48 hours now since I put the yeast in. Okay, I got the siphon started. Kind of hard to film that and get it going at the same time. So I got it all set up here and just did everything sanitized. 5 gallons of beer, which is 2 cases. So after this, I'll seal up the keg, take it out to the shop, put it in the fridge, hook up the power to it. I mean oxygen, CO2.